says, Dave, I gotta find a hole in the wall. And I don't know what he's talking about. And okay, right. He says, Dave, keep your eye out for a hole in the wall. Finally, I said to him, Ken, what the hell are you talking about? He says, you know, a hole in the wall where you get money from. He's looking for an ATM, right? But, you know, and he'd always come up with little quips like that. You know, if he was working and swinging a hammer or sawing something, you know, he could switch from his right hand to his left, right? And then he'd always come out, I'm sure you all heard it, right? I give my right arm to the ambidextrous. Beautiful. Or, as I've been told, in his bachelor days, when Ken was going out with the lads, he'd say, oh, if I'm not in bed by 10 o'clock, I'm going home. When I've had the opportunity to work with him a couple of times in Oshawa, and he'd say, you know, at the end of the day, he says, yeah, we've got a business meeting at the South office. Okay, I didn't know they had an office in South Oshawa. It turned out it was the Red Rooster, which was like a little hole-in-the-wall tavern down on Grissom Road South. A good place to have a couple of pops after a hard day's work and, you know, talk about those kind of things. Yeah. Ken's sense of humor can get him into trouble sometimes, too. Now, the name of the actor escapes me, but it was an old time, it might be James Cagney or something. Had a big nose, anyway. Alright. Just let me tell the story, okay? Thanks. I remember once it was a Christmas party at Jack's. We'd always go to Jack and Leslie's on Christmas Eve. And Ken was joking around and he says, a nose? You call that a nose? This is a nose. I don't know if you remember this, Jack, but your co-worker Norm was there. Now, Norm was, I think he's of Italian descent and, you know, a little bit hot-tempered. He also had a pretty prominent proboscis, if you don't mind my saying so. Well, he kind of took offense with what Ken said, and I'm telling you, it's a good thing it was Christmas Eve and everybody was kind of in Christmas spirit because it took some convincing to end peaceably. There was no bloodshed, but it came close. He also, Ken, had his differences with Anne over the years. Yeah, and I don't know the nature of their disputes. You know, Ken was kind of, I think, Steve Smith or Red Green, you guys know Red Green. Ken was kind of like inspiration for the man prayer. You guys all know it, right? I'm a man, but I can change. If I must, I guess. Well, I don't know what Ken did to upset Anne, and it's not really my business, but she would express her displeasure by, well, simple, she just wouldn't speak with him. Yeah, he got the silent treatment, that's for sure. Well, Ken used his sense of humor to extricate himself out of that, too. I've heard the story. What he did after, and I don't know what he did, but it was particularly offensive. Well, he baked her a pie. And on the outside of the pie, all around the crust, he put Ken loves Anne, Ken loves Anne, Ken loves Anne. And he presented that with, I don't know how the song goes, Kath keeps reminding me, but when I bake a pie for the apple of my eye, and what's the next bit? Right? Well, I wrote it down, hang on. I bake it with a crust, I know that I can trust, right? But yeah, that was Ken, so yeah. His laughter got him into trouble, it also got him out. Ken also loved to sing. And now I've got a bit of a tin ear, so I don't know all the songs, and I'm not going to torture you with any renditions. But, you know, some of the favorites, they all were kind of fun little ditties too, right? Like, you'll never get to heaven on roller skates, and I've heard that many times. And another song in particular that comes to mind that was really, you know, Ken liked to sing. Not only was he blessed with 3 daughters, but in all cases, his granddaughters came first. each one of his granddaughters, sooner or later, they had a little brother came out of the picture. And Ken's song to them was, once I was a princess, but I'm Cinderella now. And it just kind of helped them to ease with the change in their status of life. Anyway, I don't have much else to say. Ken loved to sing, he loved to dance, he loved to party. I know that Anne would like to swing around once more with Ken. And he loved to laugh. But what we're here to do is to celebrate the life of Ken. And he wouldn't want you to shed a tear. Well, for one thing, that meant something different. But he wouldn't want you to shed a tear. Just, in Ken's words, right? You can't be optimistic when you have a misty optic. Alright. Once again, I'd like to thank the auxiliary for this wonderful facility. There's food, there's drink. Please share your stories if you can, right? And enjoy, right? We'll have a toast later to Ken. Cheers.